face. I'm gonna get real with you about this regret. This regret is killing my self-esteem. Hello, ladies, and welcome back if you're one of my wonderful subscribers. On this channel, I make videos about infertility, adoption, and responsible parenting. If that is something you're interested in, hit the subscribe button down below. Today, I'm going to be talking about my 6 to 9 month must-haves for little Evangeline around feeding, toys, and safety. Let's jump in. Let's cover feeding related things first, because if you've watched my 6 to 9 month infant-led weaning progression, then you know we are doing baby-led weaning with Evangeline and it's going really well, but there's some key items that have made it go a lot smoother. First thing on my must-have list are these silicone bibs. I got a 2-pack from Target. This is a Cloud Island brand one. I know there's a lot of them out there. I like these honestly just because they were cute and at Target. But these are really easy to rinse off, and they do a great job of catching a lot of the fallen food, the discarded food, and I love them because they're silicone, so you can do this to rinse them off. You just pop them inside out, rinse them off. They are dishwasher safe, but I have not seen a need to do that. Honestly, I just rinse it out, hang it on the back of the hide chair, and call it good. Next is something I agonized over when I was filling out my registry, but it's the high chair we got. There are so many high chairs on the market, and it was mind-boggling the amount of top 10 lists I went through before I finally settled on this one. I think it had good reviews and it had a few of the features I wanted. I wanted that removable tray. I thought that was really a good feature. It also can be removed one-handed, which now I understand is an important feature. I also loved that there was no fabric on it, because that just seemed really counterintuitive to me. This is literally going to be the messiest spot with all the feeding going on. Why would I want fabric on there? This high chair is just so easy to wipe down, and if anything gets in the cracks and crevices, I just slip that silicone insert out, wipe that down. The next thing on my list, I struggled to justify purchasing because I was like, you don't technically need it, but I'm so glad we did. I went ahead and got this steamer off of Amazon, again, link below, but it was really cheap, between 20 and 30 bucks. And I am loving it so far. We steam all of the foods that we give her for baby-led weaning, plus now we get to steam our own foods. And it just turned into a kitchen appliance that I swear we're pulling out almost every other day. It's getting a lot of use, and I really like the simplicity of this one, how easy it is to clean, and the fact that it gets the job done. Let's move on to my first regret, which this is a really minor one and something people honestly just have to decide how they want to do. But I regret buying these wide-necked bottles. So we've been using these narrow-necked ones. You can tell because this one's all worn out and dirty. But we've been using these narrow-necked ones, and I got these wide classic ones thinking, oh, eventually she'll need more milk and need something bigger. But honestly, these are just really hard for her to control. And by the time a baby needs this much, they're holding their own bottle, so you want them to be able to get a good grip on it. And these were really just designed for adult hands with these 2 divots in them. So I regret purchasing any of these at all. We only have 3, so it's not that big of a deal, but you also have to buy, the different size nipples for bottles, so which aren't compatible with these. So I think that's more of a tip I have is find a bottle you like and kind of stick with it, because you have to buy, new nipples and new accessories for it to clean it and everything. So I really have enjoyed these narrow neck Dr. Brown's versus these wider ones. Let's move on to toys. This next must-have I picked up at the Raylana sale that I did a haul about a few weeks ago, and I'll leave that linked up above and down below if you want to go check it out, where I got all of her clothes. But I also picked up this awesome classic wood block toy where it has the 4 sides that each have a different activity, and then on top is all of those different bead activities and little animals that can skim across their different tracks. And this is fabulous because if she gets bored with one side, you walk over, you turn it, there's a whole new activity. We've gotten a lot of use out of this, and I think as she gains more and more dexterity, different activities on this toy are going to keep her engaged. I got it used because it is a well-made wooden toy that lasts and lasts, so all I had to do was clean it up and it was ready to go. Next up is another used find find, and it's this, and I'm gonna try to not rattle it too much, but this is just a really classic toy now that I have it. It's, sorry for the noise. It's one of these rattle toys, and it comes with these 6 different shapes that each have their own little rattle. And this is our go-to toy in the morning. We'll take this lid off, and she loves tipping it over and rummaging around and banging little rattles together and putting them in and out of the barrel. And now she's even starting to understand like how to put them in the slots. Not well, but she knows she can. Sometimes the blocks go through the slots. I don't think she understands quite why they work sometimes and not others. But like I said, this is our go-to in the morning. It gives us that 20-30 minutes we need to both get ready for work. My final toy must-have is this skip hop jumper. This was given to us at our baby shower, and frankly, thank you to everyone who has given us gifts that went beyond infancy. But I have absolutely loved this skip hop jumper, and as she has been able to, crawl and push up and reach that stage, this has been really nice because she also now has the ability to actually jump up and down. She loves the sounds it makes. I think she also loves the fact that we dance every time she hits the music button. So a little conditioning on our part, but she gets a huge smile whenever she manages to push those buttons, and she loves being able to spin around and look around, especially when Elsa walks by. So this is a must-have, or a jumper like this of some kind. Absolutely love it. Now on to safety. This is a category I don't think that gets talked about very much in these must-haves, but now that she is mobile, that's right, she's crawling. Subscribe next week. I will have her 10-month update out, and you'll get to see her crawling all over the place. But she is crawling right now, so we have to baby-proof the house, which has meant instituting outlet covers, my first must-have, because that is literally the first thing she does when she sees an outlet is go to touch it. I'll link the ones I got below. I really like them because, first of all, they're hard to get out unless you dig your nail into the exact right spot, which has led to a lot of peace of mind because she definitely goes around and tries to get them out. So knowing that you have to have a certain amount of strength to actually get them out has been really nice. The next must-have is something, again, that came from our baby shower, so thank you so much, whoever got this for us. But it is these safety magnetic locks, and these got such great reviews on Amazon, and I was a little worried because they're obviously a little pricier than some of the cheap mechanical options, but oh my gosh, these are so cool. I love them. I'll show me installing them under our kitchen sink, just where we keep all the cleaning supplies and stuff. They work through our heavy wooden cabinet doors, and now that I've installed it once, the second one took 60 seconds to install. Absolutely love these. Also, they come with, the adhesive to install them, but they also come with screws to attach them more securely. In the video you saw, I just did the adhesive. We're gonna see how that works for now before we start drilling holes into our cabinets, but if she eventually gets strong enough to pop that off, then we'll definitely screw them in. But so far, very pleased with these. All right, ladies, I'm gonna get real with you about this regret. This regret is killing my self-esteem. I got baby gates. I think before Evangeline was even born. I don't particularly remember why. I think it was motivated by the dog. I was like, let's buy baby gates because we'll just use them for the dog, which we have. We have one on our upstairs to stop the dog from going upstairs. And I kid you not, every time I go through this, I have to turn sideways. Now let's be clear, I'm not size 2. But I'm not abnormal either. Why do I have to turn sideways to get through my baby gate? It crushes my soul just a little bit every single time. And they look so pretty, but I'm gonna have to get other ones. Honestly, I bought 2 of these, and I think they're both gonna be replaced with those ones that just have the fabric that comes across, the mesh that comes across, because I can't do this. And especially now trying to carry Evangeline up the stairs with her on my hip and turning, it's just a disaster. It's going to be a disaster. And the other thing I don't particularly like about these is there's a bar that goes all the way across. So if you were to just have it in a door frame, you have the potential to step on that bar at the bottom, which would be very painful. Anyway, big regret. These weren't cheap and they look aesthetically pleasing, but I want to be able to walk through my gate. All right, that has been some of my top must-haves and regrets for this 6 to 9 month period. Again, if you want to follow the journey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you have a must-have that I have left off the list that was key to you, then please leave it in the comments below. And until next time, ladies, keep on fighting. Mwah!